drop, it's a blow up. H2O clouds submerged, that's a roll up. NK locked and on sight when the Nets came. Watch a nigga spray for 7 words when the Nets say. Did what we had to do, full for the sensei. Full body control, did whatever the sensei. Now our numbers together, shot up like the Kempe. Linked up with the Pops, the Don Perry. Yeah, healing back at the olive tree. 2 branches unchained like former parolees. Feet shy with the word cracking the concrete. Unity means an increase, that's how it should be. That's right. Yeah, blood thick in the water combined. We could build, call the Lord to heat up the mortars. Joshua 6 united, it's an all-out slaughter. The sons of Judah and Eve from all the sides of the altar.
We don't see Christ in each other.
Right.
We don't see the black Messiah in each other.
Right.
We see a nigga. Because the white man came and erased our king out of our minds.
Right.
We was brought over here to be slaves. And you know what they did? They put that white boy in front of us and told us, this is your God.
Right. Right.
So then what did they do? They put self-hatred in our hearts one towards another.
Right. Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Give me 1 Maccabees. Chapter 3, verse 48. I'm going to show you what they did to our king, to the image of our king. The officer was just bringing it out. We're going to dive a little deeper into it. Because this destroyed our communities. This destroyed our mindset. You got that? 348. Let's go.
This is the book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. Bring it out. And laid open the book of the law.
So the Greeks are white folks. Okay? Alexander the Great. Okay, all his generals, they came and took over the known world at that time, right? They took over the Persians. They took over everybody. Read.
And laid open the book of the law.
So when they got our records, they laid it open. Read.
Wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
They did what?
Had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So when the white man grabbed hold of this Bible and started reading it and started seeing that it actually said the people were black, he said, you know what? We're going to paint the likeness of our images. So come look at this sign. You see this right here? This is Cesar Borgia. What you see right here is called iconoclasm. Okay, whitewashing. These are actual artists that are painting biblical pictures as white folks now. This is what happened. They sought to paint the likeness of their images. So this is Cesar Borgia, right? Leonardo da Vinci painted him as the Renaissance Jesus Christ.
That's right.
So this is not Jesus Christ. This is an actual man named Cesar Borgia. This is who the world thinks is Jesus Christ. So read that again.
The book of 1 Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 48. And laid open the book of the law, and wherein the heathen has sought to paint the likeness of their images.
So the white man said, you know what? We reading this Bible, and it don't say nothing about nobody looking like us but Esau. So guess what he did? He said, we're going to change the color. We're going to change the images of Jesus Christ. We're going to change the images of the angels. That's it on that? Go back, give me Revelations 13 and 15. We're going to show you what happened. They had to change the image of our king. They knew if they did that, they could keep us destroyed.
Right.
Read.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
So the white man, he's in power now. So when he got this power, he gave life to the image of the beast. Whose life? He gave Cesar Borgia the life of Jesus Christ.
Right.
Because he's in power now.
Bring it out.
Read.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak.
So now he gave power to the image that the image should speak. How does this image right here that we've seen all our lives, my brother, how does it speak? I want you to think about entertainment, television. Let me ask you a question. You ever seen a movie on Jesus Christ?
Oh, yeah.
Which image did you see?
That one right there in the middle.
This one right here in the middle, right? Read that part again.
And had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak.
So the image of the beast speaks how? through his movies, through their media, through their pamphlets. That these Jehovah's Witnesses and these Christians come by our door and give us this white boy and tell us that's Jesus Christ. That is not Jesus Christ. They'll come set up in our hood and have a faith healing revival talking about this is our Lord. That's not our King. Read on.
And cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast.
So during the time when they was doing their conquering during the 1400s, okay, and on to this point, particularly during this time right here, when they started conquering our brothers, the northern kingdom of Israel, okay, the conquests, right, the conquistadors, they would come with their Jesuit priests, and they would hold a cross up, and if we did not honor and bow down to that cross and this white image, they would kill us. That's our history. They would kill us. They would feed our babies to alligators. They would bash our babies against rocks. Okay, if you look at this picture right here, they got us hanging at the stake and burn us. These are the atrocities that the white man did to us and made us bow down to this image. Because at this point in time, our forefathers knew Jesus Christ wasn't no dang old white boy.
That's right.
So guess what they did? They died before they bowed down to their image. Today, we willingly bow down to this white boy. You came out here, you said, this is Jesus. You see how destroyed we are, but we proven in the Bible that's not the case. Come on.
As would not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
So they killed our forefathers for not worshiping the beast. Read.
And he causeth all, both small and great.
So the white man causes both small and great. The third world countries, right?
That's right.
And then the European nations, the empires of the world, read.
Rich and poor.
Rich and poor nations.
Free and bond.
Free nations and bond nations, read.
To receive a mark in the right hand or in their forehead.
So what did they do once they received this image? Now they receive his philosophies. Because they make an oath to it with their hand, right? And then they believe it in their minds. Give me Colossians 2:8. So with this image, they brought the doctrine of Christianity. They brought the doctrine of Islam, believe it or not. Because all of it is attached together. An image can do a lot to a people. Image is everything. You remember that statement? Image is everything. If you show that the people in the Bible are white, we're going to think they're white. Because you know what they say? If you want to hide something from a black man, put it where? In a book. So we don't read and try to gather information to find out our true history. Read that.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
This is Paul talking to the Colossians. He said, beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Guess what? This is vain deceit right here. And then the philosophy that came with was Christianity.
That's right.
Paul told us to beware of that thing. Read on.
Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
And not after Christ. This image that we see right here is not after Christ.
That's right.
The disciples never taught that this was the Messiah. He wasn't even born during the time of the Bible.
Right.
What club was that at?
Admit that a lot of people don't even realize they.
I've called her. She hasn't responded. I've called her more than a few times.
But the Zulu Nation, I'm like, what the hell is this? I know nobody know what I'm talking about. You'll leave me on the island by myself. I don't know what the hell Bishop's talking about. That's what y'all do. Then after class, yeah, I knew what you were talking about. I just didn't want to be caught out there. The hell is this? Get on my damn nerves. So read that again, 31.
This is one of Herod's lineage. He's an Edomite in the Bible. That's what he is. He's not an Israelite. But see how people don't read and we've been destroyed for lack of knowledge? We think he's a white man. Guess what? You see what you got on your neck right now? Let me ask you a question. That cross you got on your neck, is that paying homage to this fella or the king right here?
Bring it out.
Man, just carrying my cross, man. It's like my protection.
I know, but let me ask you a question, my brother. When we see that cross, who comes to mind that hung on that cross? This guy or what the Bible say, a black man?
I don't know. I just see a spirit. I don't know, cause I don't know. I don't believe everything I hear.
Right.
I just know I was brought here, and I believe that somebody brought me here, and I believe the Bible. Not all of it, but most of it. I believe most of what I see and the things that I've been through in my life. And I carry my cross.
Right. But when the Bible say carry your cross, he didn't say literally wear it around your neck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's talking about going through your trials and your tribulations.
Right.
You know what I mean? Walking your walk, making sure you're doing what you need to do to get to the kingdom. Christ never gave us a commandment, my brother, to wear that on his neck. You know what that was during his time? That was a form of capital punishment.
Right.
That's what it was. The white man, during that time when he was ruling in Rome, okay, the cross was his form of capital punishment or the death penalty.
Right.
Today, what they used, lethal injections or the electric chair. So let's say Jesus Christ was living today and we put him to death. Will we now wear a needle around our neck or electric chair around your neck and pay homage? No. So why do we do that today?
Right.
Because we've been fooled by vain deceit,
That's right.
traditions of men,
Right.
the white man.
Right.
Christ never told us to wear that cross.
Right.
He died on it to save the nation of Israel.
Right.
That's the only purpose it was used for. You understand what I'm saying? Where you at? What I had you on?
Revelation.
All right, go back to Colossians 2. No, give me 2 Corinthians 11:4.
Bring it out.
Matter of fact, give me Habakkuk 2:18. Let's deal with the image. I want to show you about the image. Read.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 18. What profited the graven image?
So Habakkuk said, what profit is the graven image? That is a graven image. It was made. Okay, read.
That the maker thereof have graven it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies.
What is it?
A teacher of lies.
The cross that we see around the world today, that is a teacher of lies. Because you know when people see that cross, you know what they think? That God gonna save everybody, that Jesus Christ is a white man, and we can celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, and all these pagan holidays. It's a teacher of lies. Because trust me, people that don't know this truth, when they see that cross, I guarantee you, my brother, they think about this guy.
Right.
That's the first image that come to their mind. Because any other emblem of that image right there, they got him on it.
Right.
Not the black Messiah. Read.
And a teacher of lies.
Read on.
That the maker of his work trusteth therein to make dumb idols.
To make what?
To make dumb idols.
That's a dumb idol.
Right.
Listen, that cross, it can't give you no blessings or no healings.
Right.
Trust me, brother. Your blessing and healings come from keeping the commandments in the faith of Christ. Not in no molten image. Okay, that has been perpetrated on our people and forced on our people to destroy us.
Right.
Guess what? The Ku Klux Klan, during the Jim Crow era, would come to our forefathers and foremothers' yards after slavery and come and burn that thing in our yards.
Right.
Bring it out.
Think about it. You drive down the highway going to Mississippi, Alabama, you will see Ku Klux, the KKK paraphernalia all on the highways. And guess where they got their cross? Right in the midst of them. Because it's in honor of their God, the image of the beast.
That's right.
So guess what? We are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
Bring it out.
Give me Isaiah 30, verse 22. So we got to get rid of everything that the white man has taught us, my brother. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 22. Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver.
What?
Of silver.
What piece of jewelry you got on right there? That's a what? That's silver, right? He said you shall defile it. Read.
Of silver, and the ornament of thy molten images of gold.
Read.
That thou shalt cast them away.
Thou shalt what?
Thou shalt cast them away.
God said once you learn that that image is molten and that image is an idol, he said throw that away. Read.
Thou shalt cast them away as a mistress cloak.
He said throw that thing away like it's a dirty tampon.
That's right.
So would you wear a dirty tampon around your neck right now? So my brother, what should you do with that cross?
Throw it away.
Throw it away. What you waiting on, my brother? You can keep the chain. Just throw that cross away.
I got
It ain't got nothing to do with God, brother.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah.
It ain't got nothing to do with God. You see what I'm saying? Give me Proverbs 3. Don't trust in that idol. Don't trust in that cross to protect you. Read.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
See that? The Bible says trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Right.
Trust in this Bible. This is what you stand on. This is what you depend on. Not no cross.
That's right.
Read.
Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding.
Lean not unto your own understanding that cross is going to protect you.
Right.
Jump up to verse 1.
Verse 1, my sons, forget not my law.
Read that
But
part again.
my sons, forget not my
Hear
law.
what the Lord said. I see the tears coming down, brother. Read that part again.
My sons, forget not my law.
Hey, my brother. What's your name again? Huh?
Neil.
Neil. The Bible said, my sons. We are God's sons, my brother.
Yeah,
We are the sons of the living God.
That's right.
Look at this sign right here. These 12 tribes are God's sons and daughters.
That's right.
That's who we are, Neil. Our brothers got to know that. They don't know that they're God's sons. Read that again.
My sons, forget not my law.
God said, my sons, forget not my laws. Read.
But let thine heart keep my commandments.
God said, let your mind keep his commandments, Neil.
That's right. Wake 'em
You
up.
meditate on his commandments.
Right.
You know what they are? You got a beard on your face. That's a righteous thing you're doing right
That's
there,
right.
Neil. You got you got to get you some fringes on you, right? He said, my sons, meditate on my commandments. Let me give you a commandment. You struggling with the cross. Let me see if you're going to do this one. Give me 1 Corinthians 11.
Bring it
Because you're
out.
humbling down. But the word of God is cutting you right now. You just got to humble down, Neil. Come on. Verse 3.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ,
Read.
and the head of the woman is the man.
So the head of the woman is the head of the woman is the man, and our head is Christ, right? Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
Read.
Every man praying or prophesying.
So right now we're in the midst of prophecy. Right now. And there's an order that we must keep when we're in the midst of prophecy. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
So when we're praying and prophesying and we have hats on or toboggans or whatever we got on our head while the Bible is coming out, we dishonor Christ. So while we reading the scriptures, Neil, what should you do? All praises to the Most High.
That's right.
See, that's a step. All praises, Neil. Now, go back to Proverbs 3. Read it again from the top.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 1. My son, forget not my law.
God said, my son, don't you forget my law. Guess what the law, what law we read about that cross? I'm going to go right back to it. He said, cast it away.
Right.
So what should you do with the cross if you're God's son?
That's
right.
That's right.
All praise to the Most High. That's what we talking about. Repentance. That's what we come out here for. We got to change our mindset. Listen, we're not trying to take over no block. We're not trying to be the big man in the hood. We're trying to take over the world. That's what we out here for. World dominance.
That's right.
Read it from the top again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 3 and verse 1. My son, forget not my law, but let thine heart keep my commandments
Read on.
for length of days.
For what?
For length of days.
When you keep God's commandments, he said they're going to give you length of days. I'm talking about immortality.
Right.
You're never going to die once we get the kingdom.
That's right.
We never going to die once we get the kingdom.
Right.
We don't.
For length of days and long life.
Read.
And peace.
And what?
And peace.
Hey, Neil, is there peace in Goldsboro right now? Ain't no peace in Goldsboro right now. Our brothers out here beefing right now.
Right.
We got to bring peace to the community.
That's right.
Read.
And peace shall they add to thee.
Read.
Let not mercy and trust and truth forsake thee.
Read.
Bind them about thy neck.
By what upon your neck?
Bind them about thy neck.
The Bible say bind the commandments upon your neck.
Right.
That's what you're supposed to have around your neck. Not literal, but you holding on, you wearing that thing like it's a piece of jewelry, like it's a fine piece of jewelry.
That's right.
You know?
Write them upon the table of thine heart.
And then you studying this Bible and it's getting into your mind. You meditating on it day and night. Read.
So shalt thou find favor and good understanding in the sight of good men, God and man.
Then you're going to find favor and good understanding once you what? Applying the commandments. Read.
Verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart.
You see what he went back to? He said we got to trust in the Lord with all our heart, Neil. We can't trust in our own minds. Because you know why? Our minds is wicked. Give me Jeremiah 17:9. You know why we do evil? Because evil is up here constantly. And if you don't have nothing to combat it, guess what? You're going to be out here being wicked.
Right.
You're going to be a child of the devil, not the son of God. You're going to be the son of the devil. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all.
You see what the Bible say? When the Bible talking about your heart, let's get the precept for the heart so Neil can get understanding. Hold it what you got. Mark 7:21. Come on. He said the heart is deceitful above all. What is he talking about? Because the Christian church will teach it that it's talking about this right here. That's not what the Bible is talking about. When it's talking about your heart, what is it talking about? Read.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 21. For from within, out of the heart of men, proceed evil thoughts.
He said, out of the heart of men proceed evil thoughts. What thinks? That what beat in your chest or what come out of here? This is what thinks. Your mind thinks. Read. What's in there? Read.
Adulteries.
Adultery. You always thinking about adulteries. Sleeping with somebody else's wife. A lot of times these brothers, they'll see a woman that they never met before and try to holler at her, not knowing that she got a husband.
Right.
Read.
Fornications.
Fornication.
Murders.
Murders.
Thefts.
Thefts. Brothers want to steal all the time. Read.
Covetousness. Wickedness. Deceit. Lasciviousness. And evil eye. Blasphemy. Pride. Foolishness. And all these evil things come from within and defile the man.
See that all that stuff is in our minds. And if you ain't got the Bible and you're not studying the Bible, guess what? You're going to be doing these things. Because there's a constant battle between your carnal man and your spiritual man.
That's right.
You understand that, Neil? Just like a few minutes ago, you were struggling to take that cross off your neck. You know why? Because that carnal man wanted to hold on to it. Right. But as the word of God started to come out and you started to get an understanding, you humbled yourself and removed the cross. You let your spiritual man overtake. You let it win.
That's right.
That's a daily fight. You always got to let the spiritual man win the battle.
That's right.
And at the end of the day, the spiritual man got to win the war.
That's right.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.